This is a story called In the Shower with Andy from the novel Just Annoying, written by Andy Griffiths. It's read to you by Miss Keating. I'm in the shower, singing, and not just because the echo makes my voice sound so cool either. I'm singing because I'm so happy. Ever since I've been old enough to have showers, I've been trying to find a way to fill the shower cubicle up with water. If I put a face washer over the plug hole, I can get the water as far up as my ankles, but it always ends up leaking out through the gaps in the door. But I think I've finally found the answer. Dad's silicone gun. I plugged up the plug hole. I've sealed up the shower screen doors. I've even filled in all the cracks in the tiles. The cubicle is completely watertight and the water is already up to my knees. And the best thing is I've got all night to enjoy it. Mum and Dad have got Mr. and Mrs. Bainbridge over for dinner. They'll be too busy listening to Mr. Bainbridge talking about himself to have time to worry about what I'm doing. I hear banging on the door. Have you almost finished, Andy? It's Jen. No, I think I'm going to be in here a while yet. Can you hurry up, yells Jen. But you already had your shower this morning, I yelled. I'm going out, she says. I need the bathroom. Okay, I'll be out in a minute, I call. I always say that. It's the truth, sort of. I will be out in a minute. I'm just not saying which minute it'll be. The cubicle's filling up with thick white steam, just the way I like it. Dad's always telling us how important it is to turn the fan on when we're having a shower, but I just can't see the point. A shower without steam doesn't make sense. You might as well go and stand outside in the rain. My rubber duck bumps against my legs. I pick it up. This is it, just you and me, going where no boy or rubber duck has ever gone before. It has its bill raised in a sort of a smile. It must be as excited as I am. Let's face it, there can't be much excitement in the life of rubber duck, except that you get to see everyone without their clothes on. Jen bangs on the door again. Andy, please! Okay, I'll be out in a minute. You said that a minute ago. I'm washing my hair. But you've been in there for at least half an hour and you don't have that much hair. I'm using a new sort of shampoo. I have to do it strand by strand. Andy! The water is almost up to my belly button, and there's only one thing missing. Bubbles! I pick up the bubble bath and measure out a capful. I tip it into the water. A few bubbles, but not enough. I add another cap, and another, and another. One more for good measure, another for good luck. I keep adding bubble bath until the bottle is empty. The bubbles rise over my head. Cool! It's like I've been eaten by this enormous white fungus. Well, not that being eaten by an enormous white fungus would be cool. It'd probably be quite uncool, actually. But you know what I mean. Jen is yelling. Andy, if you don't get out right this minute, you're going to be sorry. Jen's persistent, I'll give her that. But I'll fix her. I'll just use my old, what did you say, routine. Pardon, I yell. What did you say? I said you're going to be sorry. What? I can't hear you. I said get out of the shower. Pardon? No reply. I win. Ah! The water's gone hot. Boiling hot. Jen must have flushed the toilet. That's bad news. I lose. I jump back against the shower wall. Hot water splatters onto my face, my chest and my arms. I grab the cold tap and turn it on full. The hot water disappears. Now it's freezing. I'm going to have to turn both taps off and start all over again. I hate that. Being a pioneer is not easy. I turn the hot tap off, but the cold won't budge. I grab the tap with both hands. I try to twist it clockwise, but it's stuck. Not even my super strength can move it. The silicone gun is hanging off the shower pipe. I pick it up and start bashing the tap with it. That should loosen it. But the hand grip shatters. The pieces disappear into the soapy water. I'm staring at a thin metal rod coming out of the wall, and the water is still flowing full blast. I kneel down and clamp my teeth over the rod. No good. The tap feels like it's rusted into place. My teeth will crack before it moves. There's no steam left. The bubbles are being flattened. The freezing water is almost up to my chest. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Time to bail out. I take a deep breath and dive to the bottom of the shower. I'm trying to find the plug hole. I've got to get the silicone out before the shower fills up completely. But I can't do it. I did the job too well. There's nothing but a hard rubbery slab of silicone where the plug used to be. I can't poke through it. I can't get a fingernail underneath it to lift it up. It's times like that I wish I didn't bite my nails. But then there's times like this that cause me to bite my nails in the first place. I stand up gasping for air. The water is up to my neck. I grab hold of the door handle and try to wrench it open, but I They lay the silicone even thicker on the doors than the plug hole. If you ever want anything sealed tight, I can recommend Dad's silicone gun. This stuff stays stuck forever. I'm going to have to break the door down. I'll use the gun. I made short work of the tap, so the door shouldn't be a problem. I bashed the glass with the gun handle. It bounces off. I bash it again, harder this time. The gun snaps in two. Just my luck. Reinforced shower glass. Unbreakable. I'm shivering. And not just from the cold, I'm scared. I start bashing the door with the duck. Help! I'm drowning! Help! Well, I'm not surprised, Jen yells back. You've been in there long enough. Jen, I'm not kidding. Help me. What did you say? She says. I can't hear you. Be serious, I yell. I've siliconed myself in here. What? She wins again. I'm treading water. My head is very close to the top of the shower. The only way I can save myself is to get rid of the water. I'm going to have to drink it. Dirty, soapy shower water. I'd rather die. The water nudges the tip of my nose. Actually, on second thoughts, I'd rather drink the water. I start swallowing. It's working. I just have to drink as fast as the shower is filling up. And if I can drink even faster, then I might actually get out of here alive. Yeah. Actually, the water doesn't taste that bad. It's only been 3 days since my last shower. I keep swallowing and swallowing and swallowing and swallowing. Uh-oh. I can't believe this. I need to go to the toilet. But I can't. I'll drink dirty soapy water, but I will not drink that. I've got to hold on. But I can't do that either. I'm busting. My head is bumping against the roof of the shower. It's getting harder to breathe. There's more banging on the door, but it sounds like it's coming from a long way away. I'm going to tell Dad, says Jen in a distant voice. Is that what you want, is it? Yes, Jen, please, hurry. Everything becomes quiet. My life is flashing before my eyes. I see myself blowing a high-pitched whistle while Mum is trying to talk on the telephone. I see myself letting down the tyres on Dad's car. I see myself hiding a rubber snake in Jen's bed. Is that all I did with my life? Annoy people? Surely I did something useful, something good. Nope, I can't think of anything, except for solving the problem of how to fill a shower cubicle with water. I may be going to die, but at least it'll be a hero's death. Future generations of Australian children will thank me as they float around in their sealed up shower cubicles. Ouch! Something is pressing into the top of my head. I look up. The fan! I forgot all about it. It's not very big, but it's better than nothing. If I can get the grill off, then I can escape through the hole and up into the roof. I work my fingers under the edge of the grill and pull on it. It comes off easily. I reach into the casing and grab hold of the fan. I rock it back and forth. There's a little bit of give in it. I start giving it all I've got. Finally, the bolts holding it together give way. I push my arms and legs into the hole, kicking like mad to get the thrust I need to make it all the way up. The opening is smaller than I thought. I expel every last bit of air in my lungs to make myself thin enough to fit through the hole. Not that there was much air left in them, but it seems to help. At last, I'm through. I'm lying on the yellow insulation bat in the roof of our house. The glass fibers are prickly on my skin, but I'm not complaining. It's a lot better than where I was. I look back into the hole. It's like one of those fishing holes that Eskimos cut in the ice, but there's no fish, just my rubber duck. I reach down and pick it out. We're in this together. I can't just leave it. After I get my breath back, I look around. I know there's a manhole on the top of the kitchen. All I have to do is locate it, climb down the kitchen, and nick down the hallway into my room. Then I can put my pajamas on and go to bed early. It'll save a lot of boring explanation, and if I'm really lucky, Jen will get the blame. I have to move fast. I start crawling towards the kitchen. I'm carrying the duck in one hand and using my other hand to feel my way along the roof beam. Suddenly I feel a sharp pain in my thumb. I jerk my hand back and almost lose my balance. I fling the duck away so I can grab the beam with my other hand. I look at my thumb. A huge splinter is sticking out of it. I pull it out with my teeth. Ouch! I shake my hand a few times and look around for my duck. It's landed in the middle of the large unsupported section of insulation bats. I'm tempted to leave it there, but that wouldn't be right. It's been with me all the way. I can't abandon it now. I reach towards it, but it's too far away. I'm going to have to crawl out there. I know you're not supposed to climb on unsupported parts of the roof, but I think it'll be okay. I'm not that heavy. And it's not as if I have any clothes on to weigh me down. I climb carefully onto the bats and start moving slowly to the centre. 1 more metre and I'm there. I pick up a duck and bring it to my face. Just you and me, I say. The duck creaks. That's weird. I didn't know rubber ducks could talk. Uh-oh, the creaking's not coming from the duct. It's coming from underneath me. The ceiling's giving way. I try to grab the roof beam, but I can't reach it. The ceiling caves in. Next thing I know, I'm lying legs spread in the middle of the dinner table, my fall broken by an insulation bat. As the dust from the ceiling plaster settles, I see Mr. and Mrs. Bainbridge and Mum and Dad staring down at me. Jen is standing next to Dad, her bath towel draped over her shoulder. Her back is turned towards me and she's so busy complaining to Dad that she doesn't seem to notice what's happened. I asked him 1,000,000 times, but he just won't get out, she's saying. Oh dear, says Mum. Oh my, said Mrs. Bainbridge. For once in his life, Mr. Bainbridge is speechless. Oh no, says Dad, shaking his head at me. No. Oh yes, says Jen, and I'll tell you what else. Dad nods in my direction. Jen stops, turns around and stares. I cover myself with a rubber duck, swing my legs over the edge of the table and stand up. I beg your pardon, I say. I was just looking for the kitchen. Nobody says anything. They're all just staring at me, their faces and clothes white from the plaster dust. I head towards the door as fast as I can. As I'm about to exit, I turn towards Jen. She's standing there, eyes wide. Well, what are you waiting for, I say. The shower's free.